Hello there, thanks for the invitation to come and speak to you today at Bawming the Thorn 2020. For those who don't know me, my name's Adam White. I'm a landscape architect and I was born and bred in Appleton Thorn. I'm also the president of the Royal Chartered Landscape Institute. Now a lot of people ask me, what does a landscape architect do? Well, I've got a small practice down in Kingston upon Thames, and along with my business partner Andre Davis, we design nature play spaces to reconnect families with the great outdoors. As I mentioned, I grew up in Appleton Thorn, and I went to the primary school, I then went to Bridgewater High School, and then to Priestley College, and then Rees Heath down in South Cheshire, before going to Manchester Met to do a degree and postgraduate degree in landscape architecture. My mum still lives on Parkland Close, and my brother down the road in Appleton with his family. Now I hope they're watching, but there's a high possibility that my mum's out and about around the village watering one of the many sunflowers she's planted. A little bit more about that later on. My career has seen me live in Manchester, Lincoln, Barnsley and down in London for the past 17 years, where I believe I'm on missionary work for the Northwest, educating the Southerners, teaching them all how to speak properly, it's bus, it's lunch and it's bath, trying to work out why they don't have a head on their beer, and educating them about proper rugby.
Union.
Hey, there's a child's bike outside. I do apologise for that little bit of swearing then. Many of you will remember my dad, Paul White. He's the co-founder of Appleton Thorn Village Hall, one of the very few honorary life members. He went on to be licensee landlord for over 20 years, introducing real ale and helping it win Camera Club of the Year for the very first time. In 2002, he entered the thorn tree into the Jubilee search for the 50 greatest British trees. I'm delighted to say that the thorn tree was selected. Now, you may have seen the certificate on the wall in the village hall. I'm going to let you into a little secret. That's a replica. The real certificate is on the wall in Mum's toilet at home, along with my RHS Gold Medals, my BBC People's Choice Awards, and our Guinness World Record for owning the world's oldest sports shop. Now I know I can speak on behalf of my mum. You are all more than welcome, after lockdown is lifted, to pop around and take a look. There have been many career highlights, and many of you will have seen last year that along with Andre, my business partner, we co-designed the RHS Back to Nature Garden with Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Cambridge. It went global. We even appeared in Hello and OK magazine. Well, I say appear, they photoshopped me out. What's that about? The garden was fantastic, and it was all about reconnecting families with nature and encouraging them to spend more time outdoors. I even got to meet the Queen, who told us it was the tidiest woodland she'd ever seen. I leaned in and whispered, "We knew you were coming." Another highlight of 2019 was getting to know Sir David Attenborough. He became a bit of a pen pal, and I invited him to the Landscape Institute Awards, where he came as my dinner guest. I presented him with a Lifetime Achievement Award and made him an honorary member of the Landscape Institute. This was followed by an invitation to meet former US Vice President Al Gore, and then to meet His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales at Kew Gardens to talk about the International Year of Plant Health. The past few months have been really tough for all of us, and it goes without saying we all need a ray of sunshine in our lives right now. And what better way than growing a wildlife-friendly sunflower? Back in May, I launched the national initiative, the Grow Happy Sunflower Challenge. And with the support of the Landscape Show, we've given away over 20,000 sunflower seeds. They are now growing from the shores of Loch Lomond down to the coast of Cornwall. There are children growing a plant for the first time ever. What a wonderful thing. And it reminds me of something Sir David Attenborough told me. He said, if children don't understand nature, they won't appreciate it. And if they don't appreciate it, they won't protect it. And if they don't protect it, who will? And that is why I am so proud of the community in Appleton Thorn for getting behind the Grow Happy Sunflower Challenge. Thank you. I do wish my dad had been here for these amazing moments. And this opportunity I've had has meant I've travelled to Singapore, Norway, France, Italy and Spain to speak at World Congress events. And if you ever do see me speak, you'll occasionally see me glance up and nod, and that's for my dad. I do wish he'd have been here, but I know he's with me in spirit. Speaking of my dad, Some of you will remember our RHS Tatton Garden in 2007. I had a phone call from the BBC asking for Gordon Burns to interview me on North West Tonight. Very excited, I said, "Dad, could you press play and record on the video?" It was only after he passed away that I discovered why the first couple of minutes were missing. I popped into the Thorn, and it turns out Dad was in there watching it with a lot of other people and said, "That's my lad, that. I am going to be celebrity dad." And then he realised he had to race home and press play and record. Now, when I was at Appleton Thorn Primary School, there were only 53 in the entire school and only 10 in my year. So when it came to dancing around the Bawming, we were down on numbers. So we had to pair up. I think I drew the short straw. It was either Pete Taylor or James Bruce, but one of them was my dance partner one year. In 1984, me and Pete were at secondary school, but my mum and Edna Taylor got a phone call asking if me and Pete would return to dance around the Bawming tree one more time. It was sold to us that we were the best dancers the village had ever seen. It went very well, until we got back to secondary school the following week to find out our best mate, Matt Walker, had told our new friends that me and Pete had been wearing little grey shorts, a little red neckerchief and skipping around a tree with primary school children at the weekend. Highly embarrassing. I'd like to set my old school friends a challenge. Let's reunite in 2021. Let's recreate the Bawming dance one more time. Helen McAloon, I know you've not lost the moves, and Pete or James, I'm happy to partner with either of you. Bawming the Thorn is a unique, special occasion. And in 1973, it was reintroduced by Bob Jones, to my generation, Gonzo. It's a very, very special event that brings the community together every June. So why does it mean so much to me? What is special about Appleton Thorn? Well, it has community right at its heart. It's something we all know and we all care about. I know my dad would have been very proud of many of my achievements, but being asked to speak at Bawming the Thorn would be his #1 highlight. So thank you very, very much. I'd just like to reference Sir David Attenborough. Life in the animal kingdom, whether a pod, a pack or a pride, the interactions we have with the broader community, be that our grandparents, teachers or neighbours, play a crucial role in the growth and learning of our young. When I last spoke to the Duchess of Cambridge, we spoke about our childhood memories and the importance of families and communities. She shared an old proverb with me, which I said at the time reminded me of Appleton Thorn, and that was, "It takes a village to raise a child." Everyone watching today is an integral part of that village. I end my presidency on the 30th of June, and today is my last official engagement, and what an honour it is too. None of these exciting opportunities could have ever been possible without the support of my mum, the support of my business partner Andre, but most importantly, the love and support of my dear Sarah, who I know is watching this now. I love you loads, Sarah, and I genuinely thank you for all your support and patience. I'll be back soon. It's so sad that Bawming the Thorn couldn't happen as planned this year, but a huge round of applause to the Bawming Committee for taking it online and bringing the community together today. So I'd like to take my ATVH glass, my Not Bobbins Bitter, and raise it to you all and say have a wonderful day wherever you are, whoever you're with. Stay safe, and I hope to see you all in person very soon. Thank you very much, Appleton Thorn. Cheers. Goodbye.